Welcome everybody, it is Crypto Moose and it's time to get loose. Mitchell Bouchard, your crypto and NFT investor. What we're going to do on this episode is guide you step by step how to secure your cryptocurrencies. So I want to go over quite a few things. I want to talk about wallets and what are the best wallets to get, and just some key things on how to secure your crypto. So if you get something out of this, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's a wallet that I have not unboxed yet and maybe you want to see that on the channel. If you have any specific questions, put them down below. I like hearing from you guys, okay? And keep in mind, we've got roughly 791 videos by the time of this upload. So we're nearing 800 videos in just a couple years, and there's a lot of good stuff on here. So if you want to learn about different wallets, for example, we're going to talk about Trezor, we're going to talk about Tangem, probably Ledger. I've got unboxing videos, so if you want to get a first, 4K look, I've done that. If you want to learn how to set up different wallets, I've got that. And I also talk about which wallets I like more. So definitely check out those videos. This whole channel is a guide. So even if you are a pro, if you've been in this for 10 years, much longer than me, whatever it may be, just educate yourself and take a look at these things, okay? So how to secure your crypto. A couple things you want to know. How are you going to, or how do people get hacked, right? So typically what happens is that you are going to send somebody your crypto, and there's a couple ways that can happen. Number one, there is your private keys when you set up a wallet. So this is going to be 12, 15, 24 words. These represent your private keys. It's a mnemonic seed phrase. You never share that with anyone, okay? So if you set up a wallet that's not on, Coinbase or Binance, if you set up a wallet on your phone that is not a centralized exchange, if somebody gets your private keys, if you get an email that says, hey, send me your 12 words, 24 words, never do that. Never do that. So if you get hacked in crypto, typically it's because somebody hacked your phone or your computer, or they got into something on software, okay? So there's the hardware, which is the physical component, but then there's the software. So when you set up a crypto wallet, typically your private keys are on the software. So there's a way around that, and the best way to protect your crypto is to pick up something like a Tangem or a Trezor or a Ledger. This is also referred to as cold storage or a hardware wallet. So here we have, this is just what I have on hand, a Trezor and a Tangem. I like them both. And if you want, head over to the link tree. You can save some money on these devices. So I know with the Tangem, you can pick this up for 50 bucks. And I'm going to talk about how it works. Now, the main reason you want to pick up something like a Tangem, BitKey is great. If you have Bitcoin, it is a good way. I do prefer the non-custodial option where you have a seed phrase. So I do like that. But basically, when it comes down to it, when you are holding Bitcoin or whatever it may be, the problem with a centralized exchange is that if the exchange ever goes down, you don't own your crypto, okay? So that's called non-custodial. If you set up a online exchange, they hold your crypto for you. It's kind of like a bank. You deposit your money in the bank, it's really not yours until you withdraw it, okay? So when you set up something like a Tangem, it's very simple. You're going to go to the channel, and I have a brand new video on this. So if this is something you want to do for 50 bucks, I recommend it. I've got Tangem wallet set up, but there's also a 2024 edition or 2025 edition. How to order. Check out the one with the seed phrase. That's probably the best one. How to set up a Tangem wallet with the seed phrase. I also have videos on Trezor, Ledger, etc. Okay. When you set up a wallet like this, the reason they're so powerful is because your private keys are on this device. So even though you interact and you sign transactions by tapping this device with NFC, the thing is, if somebody hacks the app, it doesn't matter. They cannot sign a transaction. You have to physically touch the card. You have to tap it to your phone or get it close and put in a password. Okay? So a hardware wallet gets your private keys off of access online. So if you have your private keys on a phone, if somebody hacks your phone and they figure out your password, they can sign a transaction, or they could potentially read your private keys. If you set up a hardware wallet, again, it could be a Tangem, a Trezor, Ledger, whatever it is, you are better protecting yourself. It is like monumentally better, because you're adding another layer of protection and you have to physically have the device. You're making it way more difficult, okay? Let alone the EAL 6 plus security, etc. Okay? So just remember, when you set up a crypto wallet, if somebody's going to hack you, they're going to try to get your private keys, or they're going to try to send a transaction without you knowing. So you have to use cold storage. It is very, very, very important. So that's going to be the most important thing. On top of that, you guys want to back up your seed phrase. So with the Tangem, you can set it up where you don't back up your seed phrase, and you just put your private keys are on multiple cards. But if you lose them all, you're in trouble. So I recommend always setting up a seed phrase, but you don't have to, okay? So educate yourself. If you want, I've got online courses. Take the free Cardano mini course. If you're into ADA, if that's why you're watching this channel, you're probably into ADA. That's a good option. We have Simple Guide to Crypto, 10-day crypto challenge. These courses are like $10. 10 to 20 bucks USD. You can, you take that with you for the rest of your life. One thing to keep in mind as well is, let's say you have $1,000 in crypto, right? It's a decent amount. It's a lot to me. And this is coming from somebody who's turned hundreds of dollars into thousands, then thousands into tens of thousands of dollars. So I understand this, right? I have a lot of Bitcoin on different wallets. One thing that you do not want to happen is that when you make a major gain, when something goes from a couple $100 into like 10,000, and then you realize you've been hacked, or you finally hit it where you're like, oh my God, I hit my goal. And then you go to your wallet and nothing's there. You have to get a hardware wallet. You have to. I don't care which one you get. I do like Tangem. I like Trezor. I like Ledger. I like any wallet that I have on this link tree. Okay. Again, get whatever one you want. Just get one. Okay. Like that's something I want all of you to do. LEPAL. It's not my favorite right now, but it is a good wallet. It's better than, going to your Phantom wallet. It's on a hot wallet and you find out some dude hacked you, right? Like, does that make sense? By having a hardware wallet, you are adding a layer of protection and you're getting your private keys off of the internet. It is cold storage, meaning when you have your private keys, or if you have, a centralized exchange, if somebody gets access to that, if they figure out your password, you're done. It's over. And you're never going to get your crypto back. You want to get your private keys offline. You could even set up a paper wallet, whatever it may be. But I like these. These are my top 4. Tangem. I do like BitKey if you only have Bitcoin. This is better if you are not using a seed phrase. So if that scares you to write down 24 words and to back it up properly, I understand that. Then go with the Tangem, go with the BitKey. But I would go with, the best wallet you can afford, okay? Other than that, guys, that's all I really got. Educate yourself. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Watch other videos. Learn how wallets work. And that's why I created all those courses, okay? So comment down below, which wallet are you using? Hopefully I've scared some of you because guys, in my opinion, right now we are July 8th of 2025. Bitcoin's already at 109,000 again. I think it's going to go to 110, 120 and then maybe to 250,000. I don't know. Nobody knows for sure. But Cardano, if you're holding that, that could be a 10x, 50x, whatever it may be. So the last thing that you want is for you to go into your wallet and realize you are cooked. Okay, so that's all I got for you guys. Comment down below. Was this helpful? Please protect your crypto. Never share your private keys. That's all I got for you. Cheers, guys.